What is up, Gorilla Nation, and welcome your butts back to a brand new Division 2 video. If you happen to be new to the channel, or you're just enjoying the content, then please be sure to ground and pound that like and subscribe button. Also, reach up there, trigger the bell, and turn on post notifications, so that way you never miss a live stream or a video that is uploaded. First and foremost, shout out to Ubisoft for giving me the opportunity to play the private test server of Episode 3. Shout outs to them. In this video, we'll be going over the new weapons that are going to be given to us in Episode 3 when that drops, and these are as follows. So, starting out first, no surprise, it is the Chameleon. Most of you have seen some information either on State of the Game or across the YouTubosphere concerning this particular weapon. Its talent is Adaptive Instincts. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 60 body shots grants 100% weapon damage for 45 seconds. And hitting 30 leg shots grant 150% reload speed. And you can have all three simultaneously at the same time, all up at once. This is going to make absolutely crazy. And even the attachments on it gives you 15% critical hit chance. So yeah, it's going to be super easy. And as you can see on the right hand side of the weapon, the hexagon shapes, each one correlates according to body shots would be middle, leg shots bottom hexagon, and the top one would be headshots. And as you are hitting these shots, whichever they are, that hexagon would actually fill up. And that it gives you for 45 seconds. It's absolutely insane. And it's going to be super, super OP along with the new specialization, which is the Firewall. Now, if you go to the magazine there, it gives you the plus numerous rounds. I believe it's plus 20 rounds. And then the underbarrel, which gives you 15% critical hit chance. And then the muzzle gives you 5% critical hit chance. So 15% critical hit chance just on the muzzle and underbarrel, plus the extra round magazine, and then there's accuracy in the top. It's going to be super, super strong and more or less OP, especially with those Berserk clutch builds out there. But moving on to the next weapon. So moving right along, we have the G38 Marksman rifle. It's on par with the SVD as far as damage-wise. I'm not quite familiar with the RPM of the SVD, but this one that has no Allegro on it is 275. So that would put 323 or 303 if you add Allegro onto it. I do have another one that's a little weaker. But yeah, it's right there along the lines of the same as the SVD in terms of damage and RPM. It's just you'll be able to have a lot more rounds in a magazine versus like the SVD. But you can mod it as however you want, depending on the accuracy and stability. As you can see, are super, and they're great. I think that is actually better than the SVD. But this is just more or less a quick little preview. Once again, this is the G38. So now let's move on to the next weapon. All right, I pronounce this one the Vic. That's just what I'm going to call it, the Michael Vic. As you can see, unfortunately, they had no Overlord pieces into the preset builds that they gave me for this private server. So unfortunately, I didn't have no weapon damage on my gloves, no Overlord pieces. So the really low damage doesn't actually reflect an actual build that is spec'd into a rifle. But 264 RPM, that's with Allegro, 50 round magazine, 18.8. You could probably go up there and it'd be equivalent to like an MDR, or I should say, if not, kind of like in between an MDR and an MK17. So I did try it out a little bit. The RPM, it's all right, but it does shoot like an absolute freaking laser. As you can see, its stability and accuracy. So you don't have to worry about a lot of recoil, and you can just like spam. So putting something like Lucky Shot on it, to where you can just like spam it and not have to worry about losing any rounds, is definitely something to think about. Alright, next up on the list, and it is actually my favorite and go-to out of all Episode 3, and that is the Honey Badger. 23.5k base. No Allegro on it, so that would make it around 869 RPM with Allegro, because it only has 790 base. And you can't put a muzzle attachment on it, so it only has the magazine, the underbarrel, and then, of course, the sight itself on top. But if I had to say and compare it to any weapon, I would have to say it's along the lines of the P416, the way it shoots, how accurate it is, and then as far as base damage wise, it's right up there with alongside the P416. This is just the one that they gave me for the private server to test it out, so that is definitely my favorite out of the whole entire thing. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate all the love and support. Don't forget to check out the other two videos on the channel when it comes to the gameplay of the missions. And be sure to smash and pound that like and subscribe button. And we'll see you guys for